Years and years and years ago, I wrote a book called War Horse. I wrote it in 1982, which is before most of you were born. And now it's been made into a play and it's been made into a film and it's all very exciting. But I also wrote a sequel, a story that comes after. I wrote it not because I wanted to. I've never written a sequel before in my life. My good friend, Michael Morpurgo, who illustrates this book, Farm Boy, suggested to me at one point, not that I write a sequel of War Horse, but he said to me, wouldn't it be interesting, and you're probably the only writer who could do it, to write a story about how life on farms changed from the moment that horses were no longer needed and tractors came onto the farms. Could you do that? Because I'd love to illustrate a book like that if you could do it. And just as he said that, I thought, well, hang on, just after the First World War, 1918, 1920, this was the moment that horses were being taken away from the farms because the machines were coming on, all sorts of machines, amongst them the tractor. And I thought, wouldn't it be interesting to write a sequel of War Horse so that the hero of War Horse, who is a wonderful horse called Joey, comes back from the First World War, having survived those terrible, terrible years, comes back to the farm with his young friend, Albert, who's been to the war to find him. So they both come back, and they come back to the farm. But there's a problem, because the work that was there on the farm for horses looks as if it might not be there anymore, because in the same area, the same parish as we call it in the countryside, there's a big, richer farmer who's had the first tractor. And of course, everyone admires this tractor. It's new machinery and it's exciting. And everyone thinks the farmer who has got Joey is a bit old-fashioned. And so my story really is all about how Joey manages somehow to outwit the tractor. And it's called Farm Boy. And it's got a lovely cover. And you can see the horses ploughing. And inside Michael Morpurgo's wonderful, wonderful illustrations. I'll show you one or two of them, but it's wonderful black and white illustrations. And I love this book. I think it is definitely my absolute favourite because it's set on the place that I live in Devon. It's my actual place. The farm that I've been working on for 25, 30 years is all around me with a river running through called the River Torridge. And that's where this story takes place. I hope you love reading it as much as I love writing it. Bye-bye.